Students, welcome to my online classes. Today we will read our third lesson, Discovering Tut. The saga continues from our English textbook, Hornbill, and the writer of the lesson is A.R. Williams. So the present lesson, Discovering Tut, the saga continues, actually gives details of all the mysteries and facts related to the life and death of this youngest ruler of Egypt, named Tut. So people lovingly used to call him Tut. His original name was Tutankhamun, and he was the last ruler of their dynasty. So the death of this king had a great significance, because at the death of this king means the death of the whole dynasty, and this was the dynasty which had served Egypt during 18th century. So this young king, he was the youngest king, and he died when he was a teenager. Means his age was in between 13 to 19, and also he served as a king for 6 years. So now we can imagine how young he was when he was coronated as the king of Egypt. So at that time, Egypt was a very, still today, Egypt is a very beautiful country, and it is also known as the gift of the Nile. So Egypt, this is the story about the king Tut, who died mysteriously, and people, after cremation of this king, people, as the time passes, forget their king. But when in 1922 the discovery of King Tut's tomb created a great excitement in the society, and this discovery was made by Howard Carter, who was a British archaeologist, and he discovered this King Tut's tomb in 1922. And after the discovery, there was a lot of excitement among the people, and all the people, they started coming to have a glimpse of their last king, or to pay their tribute and reverence to this king. So there was a huge assembly of crowd of all the tourists from all over the world who wanted to see their dead king. So this discovery made a great surprise throughout the world. It was a sensational news, and now Howard Carter, when he tried to study all the treasures hidden with the king, as in Egypt it was the belief that after the death of the king, or after the death of the people, they used to place all the necessary items which human beings need for their survival. So they used to keep all the useful items along with the dead body, with the hope, because they have believed in rebirth after death. So when this tomb was discovered by Howard Carter, then he found a lot of flowers, food, liquor, and all different kinds of things along with the dead body of the king. So now, as the dead body was adorned with the flowers, so Howard Carter come to conclusion that King Tut died during the month of March or April, because it is the time of spring, when different kinds of flowers spring or bloom on the earth. Now, when Howard Carter discovered his tomb, now he to observe. At first he observed all the treasures. Now he wanted to reach up to the dead body, but as the dead body was nested in a coffin, which was again protected by ritual resins, and as the ritual resins hardened, so he found it impossible to reach the dead body. So then what he did, he sizzled out the body, he cut different parts of the king's strut and then removed the body. So now, as the body was, as all the coverings, all the pastes or which was pasted on the dead body of the king, as it was removed by the Howard Carter, then again there is another character called Jahi Hawass. He is the General Secretary of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities, means he is the General Secretary of History Department. So he expressed his resentment over the act of Howard Carter, saying that he has, since the body of the dead king was preserved for so long, but the act or the action as Howard Carter sizzled out the body, so definitely he has created damage to the body of the king. So it was so Jahi Hawass opposed Howard Carter's act, but again Howard Carter defended his act, saying that if he would not have sizzled out the body, then all the thieves who came to know about the treasures of the king might break or store all the treasures which were hidden along with the king's tomb. So now, as king's dead bodies was being taken for X-ray, so now as to reveal out the mystery or to reveal out the exact cause of his death, so king's dead body was the first body which was scanned for the first time. So as his body was being taken for the X-ray, so the weather itself or the environment of the nearby seems to oppose. So strong winds began to blow, and again large thick black clouds all surrounded the environment. It seems that the whole nature wanted to oppose this act of taking out the body of the king from his tomb. And it was also believed that it is very inauspicious. The whole country of Egypt may face a curse of the nature if people will go near the valley of the dead. But now, as his body was taken for X-rays, so different 1800 digital X-rays was taken to reveal the secret of his death. So at different angles, different X-rays were taken and detailed studies were done by the team of forensics, radiologists. All they studied his body well. As for the and again, when king, after the examination, when his body was again taken back, then the wind slowly stopped blowing and all the clouds they scattered away, and the weather became again clear. So now the author has also given a brief description about the ancestor of King Tut. So Amenhotep III, who ruled, he was the father or grandfather of King Tut. So he ruled during 18th century, and it was the very golden period of the Egypt civilization. So Amenhotep ruled Egypt during 18th century. Then his son, again Amenhotep IV, he succeeded his father, but he was called a strange ruler because of some his contradictory decisions or actions which he took. So just have a look to know what and how he was a strange ruler, what were the peculiar decisions which he took, and thus became acquire defame for his dynasty. So first of all, what he did, he promoted the worship of Aten, the sun disk. But actually, the true deity or god of the Egypt was Amun. But instead of worshipping Amun, he promoted the worship of Aten, a new god. Again, he changed his name. His name was Amenhotep IV, but he changed his name to Akhenaten. Again, he moved his religious capital from Thebes, their ancestral capital. So he removed his religious capital from Thebes to Amarna. And finally, he attacked Amun, means their god, by destroying its images and also closed the door of temples for the common people. So thus we can see that how contradictory were his actions, so which defamed this ruler of the Egypt. And then this young Tut, when he became the king, though his period was very short-lived, but within the period of 6 months, he again removed all the actions taken by his ancestor. So again he started all the praising their deity, which was Amun, and all the orders which were given by Amenhotep IV were again cancelled by the Tut, and so he became the very popular king. And as the death of this young ruler created a very mystery among the people, because they did not expect his sudden death. So as he was young, so still the cause of his death remains a great secret. So now we can see how the X-rays were done of the dead king's dead body, and what were the facts revealed during the X-rays and the images taken by the digital cameras. 3. King Tut's body was scanned. So CTS means computative tomography. So 1700 digital X-rays was taken in cross section, and his head was scanned at 0.62 mm. So we have seen how minutely all the observations, all the informations were being gathered, and now a team of radiologists, forensics and anatomy, they collectively work to probe here means to inquire. They were inquiring, they were try to find the cause of the death of this young ruler. And then after observing all the X-rays, then the General Secretary of Antiquities 3. Yes. Then Jai he was much convinced to know that there was nothing bad happened to the body of the King Tut. Means as the beginning he was worried that Howard Carter's act might have destroyed the body of the King Tut, but now he was much convinced that the body of the king was still preserved, and he now feel it very convinced and went to take rest. So now, as the body of the king, after this observation, as his body was being carried back by the pallbearers, then they saw that now the wind has slowed down and all the clouds, they were scattered and the sky looked clear, and at the entrance of the cemetery, where it seems that there was a constellation, means the group of stars, and among them it was the soul of Orisis. So Orisis in Egypt, generally we have seen that they have different gods for different abstracts for different thing. So Saul of Osiris. So Osiris is the god of afterlife. So they assumed that the tomb of the dead body of King Tut was preserved under by the Osiris, the king, the god of after death, and therefore that is the reason why his dead body survived for a long time. So this is all about which A.R. Williams has tried to reveal by presenting this lesson, that how the mysteries was revealed, how different using archaeology. So today he also said that archaeology is not to be confined with the treasures hidden with the dead bodies, but archaeology today has changed its outlook, and today it is more confined to know about the life of the people who is being buried, not on the treasure along with the dead body. So here, as king's dead body, a mystery has to find out about the death of the king. So all these CT scan was being conducted under kind of observation of Jahi Hawass, and then finally he found that there was nothing wrong done to the body. So thus we can see that how archaeology has changed with the time, and today we have different machines, different equipments for detecting the causes of death, and also for revealing different facts. So this is all about the lesson which is written by A.R. Williams under the title Discovering Tut, the Saga Continues. So now soon we will again look for the next video, and the next video will be uploaded soon for you. So that is end of the introduction part. Till then, take care. Goodbye.